The Anti-Defamation League has been set up to challenge anti-Semitism. But unfortunately, the ADL, as it's known, has been taken over by a left-wing radical who was a special assistant to Barack Obama, and his name is Jonathan Greenblatt. So the ADL board of directors made a horrific mistake in appointing a left-wing radical, an Obamaite, of all people, to head the Anti-Defamation League. That would be the same Barack Obama who was spying on the Prime Minister of Israel, the same Barack Obama who was spying on members of Congress and Jewish organizations. That would be the same Barack Obama who not only sold out our country, but our allies, Arab allies and Israel, to Iran. And so they take his special assistant and put him in charge of the Anti-Defamation League. Now, why am I bringing this up today? Because the Anti-Defamation put out a smear against a very good man who I happen to know, who the National Security Advisor to the President of the United States, John Bolton, selected as his chief of staff. They wrote, the Anti-Defamation League, this is the ADL's press release, today strongly criticized the selection of Fred Fleitz to be the National Security Council's chief of staff. Fleitz has served as the senior vice president for policy and programs at the Center for Security Policy, an extreme, hawkish think tank that promotes the false conspiracy theory America is under threat from Islamization and that the implementation of Islamic law is imminent. This idiot runs the Anti-Defamation League. CSP is spearheaded by Frank Gaffney, who over the years has promulgated a number of anti-Muslim conspiracy theories, including the falsehood that the U.S. government has been infiltrated by the Muslim Brotherhood, and that a number of mainstream American political figures have shadowy ties to the group. Isn't that fascinating? So here's a guy who was serving in the White House when members of the Muslim Brotherhood were visiting the White House. Blind as a bat, apparently. And this guy heads this Jewish organization. This is what I mean about the left, like jerks like this Greenblatt. It's deeply disturbing and concerning that the National Security Advisor would choose someone from CSP for his chief of staff. So this guy is still an Obama guy, you see. So he's trashing Gaffney, his organization. It's an outstanding organization. Fleitz's senior leadership role with the Center for Security Policy and an Islamophobic... he must be running the... not the ADL. He must be running CARE, maybe. Should automatically disqualify him for... shut up, you idiot. You don't speak for all Jews, and you sure as hell don't speak for me. Anti-Defamation League. You're anti-defamation? This is defamation. So they take this clown from the Obama White House who sits there with his thumb up his nose while Obama's selling out not just our country but allies like Israel, and make him the head of the ADL. He's the one who's disqualified. He's the one who should be removed.